Hello my dear yogis and welcome to another Wake Up Yoga. Today we're gonna focus on the pelvic area, on your hips, as it's a very important part not only in your physique but also in yoga. We believe that our unconscious self might be locked inside this area. Okay, let's begin. For the first part, we're gonna go into Sukhasana. For that, you might need 1 or 2 blocks to sit just slightly higher. I'm using 1. And then cross your feet in front and flex your feet and walk them really far away from each other. We wanna have knees over your ankles, or maybe even further away. Then keep your feet flexed. Lift your spine toward the sky. Yeah, there are some troubles with my cats who are jumping around. Don't worry. Take a deep inhale in and exhale. Close your eyes. And take a few moments to arrive on your mat, to lengthen your breath, to get rid of the thoughts, clearing your mind. And of getting into a state where you're completely in ease. Nothing disturbs you in life. And then take a few deep and long exhales, imagining that with each exhale, your pelvic area is becoming softened, less rigid, less tensed. Maybe your knees are gonna slowly fall deeper down and your hips open. Yeah, good. Another deep inhale. And exhale. And then slowly move your palms together to touch in front of your chest. And let's start with 1 Om as the beginning of our moving practice. Let's have an inhale together deep inside your belly. And then with next inhale, gently blink open your eyes and rise your gaze. Great. Now take your block away. Uncross your legs in a different way around. Sorry, some dust. If on the other way you also feel your hips very tense, use that block again or keep it now without. And let's make few circles one way and another way to warm up and release some tension in your hips. Keep your spine straight, your crown rising up toward the sky. Each exhale and inhale, make that circle deeper and wider. You can keep your hands on your thighs or knees to keep you aligned and also to help you when you go back not to fall. And change the circle. So if you use clockwise, now go counterclockwise or other way around. Yeah, very good. We're not gonna stay here for long, another 2 breaths. Yeah, to release that tension, great. And then circles are smaller and smaller. Yeah, my cats are running around. Great. Now take your feet wide apart. I know it looks very funny, so I'm gonna show you sitting on the side. If this pose it's hard for you to keep your spine straight, take your hands behind or even put them on the blocks. And very easy hip warm up, flex your feet and just move your knees one side and second side. Yeah, to keep a nice opening and warming up. Breathe deep and long. It's nothing like crazy yet, but if it's too easy, take your hands in front and move without the help of your palms. As you see, you can walk slightly front. It's completely normal. Oops, maybe this goes on the side. Great. So after this warm-up, cross your legs and step into your all fours. Okay, so move to your all fours, your hands on the mat, shoulder width wide, knees a bit closer, hip width wide. Tuck or untuck your toes whenever is good for your knees, or use the blanket if your mat is really hard. Now inhale, lift your head and tailbone up. Let's go to cat and cow. Exhale, head and tailbone down. Inhale, arch your spine down. Exhale, arch your spine up. Good. Do it another few times based on your own breathing pattern to help you warm up each of your vertebrae. Great. And now let's go into what I call a wave. So inhale, your spine arching down, tuck or untuck your toes, whatever is good for you, and go behind. Inhale, and now exhale, arch up, and slowly move to the front on your palms, and then arch down, go behind. And sometimes you have to adjust the hands, and then arch up and front. Arch down, pelvis behind, arch up and front. Yeah, great. Behind and front. And now when you're coming front, stay in your half plank. Strong core, so belly muscles engaged. And then slowly lower down in one line. Stretch your toes behind. Put your forehead down. I'm going to just rise so you hear me better. And now we're going to go into 4 baby cobras. Baby cobra is when your bum and your legs are relaxed and you're just using your upper spine to lift your chest. You can also lift your hands. Great. Forehead down. And now inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And last time, inhale. Exhale. Great. Now push your hands down. Lift into full cobra. Exhale. Come to child's pose. To stretch those muscles, your lumbar spine muscles that mostly work while you're doing cobra and baby cobra, or actually each. Back bend. Great. And then roll your spine back to your hands and knees. Adjust. Stretch your right leg behind, toes down or up one line. Exhale, knee to your chest. Stretch again. Now knee to your right elbow, the same side. And stretch again. Let's go into little twist. Stretch again behind. Knee to your chest and step front. If your knee is in front of your ankle, then wiggle your toes so it's in one line. With your hands, use blocks to be slightly higher. Now inhale, come to a low lunge. Your navel in, your ribs together, tailbone down. Lift your hands, look up. Exhale, hands down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, hands up. Keep everything engaged. Now when you go down, grab your palms and you can make a fist, stretching your index fingers together. If this is hard, hooks with your thumbs and move, bending on your right side. Great. Inhale, back up and bend to your right. And last time, inhale up, bend to your right. Inhale, front. Exhale, hands down, and let's make a twist. Right hand up, one line in your palms, in your arms, look up. Exhale, hands down. Move your knee to the knee, knees together, 2 waves. Inhale, behind, arch down, exhale. Front and arch up. Inhale and exhale. Come front, half plank, lower down. Let's go into one baby cobra lift. Exhale down, then full cobra lift, and come to your all fours. And let's stay here, second side. So left leg behind, one line from your heel to your crown, knee to the chest. Foot on the mat or over, and now knee to your left. Great. Stretch again one line, twist knee to your right. Stretch behind one line, knee to your chest and step front. Yeah, find again that line, hands and your foot together. Inhale, lift. Keep your spine strong. Tailbone down, look up. Exhale, hands down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stay. Grab your palms or hooks with your thumbs and move to your left side. Yes, side bend. Inhale, up front. Exhale, side bend. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Great. Inhale. Separate your hands, hands down, and a twist. Exhale, left up. Stay 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale, 1. And now inhale and exhale, 2. Lower your hands, inhale. Exhale, this time stretch your left. Add the right foot. Plank pose, move slightly front. Exhale, go down. Let's go straight into full cobra. Inhale, chest up, legs down. Exhale, first downward dog. So come to your all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your pelvis up and back. Maybe you want to walk slightly front. Push your hands down. Stretch your spine, sit bones behind you. If you are a beginner, keep your knees bent. If you are more advanced, keep your keep your legs stretched and heels down. Yeah, very good. And let's start walking a little bit. One heel goes down. Move your pelvis side to side in a beautiful bend that warms up your spine, your hips, your pelvis, your knees, your ankles. Actually, everything. It's a beautiful, beautiful movement inside the body. Great. And now walk your feet together. Yeah, beautiful. Inhale, look to your front. Exhale, step your right foot behind the hand. You see, it's behind. Back heel down. Inhale, lift your hands, warrior 1. Keep your hands together. Separate, shoulder width wide, your tailbone down. Keep your lumbar stretched, your ribs together, and your core engaged. Another deep inhale in. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Lift your back heel and step into plank. Beautiful. One line down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your heels one at a time toward the mat. Yeah, pelvis side to side as well. And then walk your feet together, big toes touching. Inhale, look to your front, and now step your left behind your hand. Right heel down, not a big angle. Inhale, lift. Bend your front knee over your ankle. ribs together, strong core, tailbone down, your ribs lifting up away from the pelvis. You can add a little gaze in between your palms. Beautiful warrior one on the second side. Deep inhale in, exhale, hands down, lift your back heel, step back into plank, exhale down. I know there's a lot of movement. Inhale, chest up, and again come to downward facing dog. Maybe you're gonna walk your toes, your feet slightly closer, maybe walk, or this time stay in stillness. Find the lines in your body. Deep inhale, exhale, and now look to your front. Step, walk or jump, feet to the front, hip width wide. Inhale, parallel spine, lift halfway up, stretch your sit bones back, crown front, exhale down. 2 more times, inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale, chair pose, bend your knees, slide your hands to the front or maybe up one line from your sit bones to your crown and fingertips. Very good. My cat is saying hi. And now lift up, hands behind, stretch your belly, touch your palms, exhale, bring to your chest. Deep inhale, exhale. Great. To come back to your normal breathing without any retention or hold of your breath. Let's go to one sun salutation B. Open your palms to the side, find one straight line. We did that line at the very beginning of our wake up yoga. Inhale, lift your palms up toward the sky. And exhale, bend all the way down. Very good. Inhale, come halfway up to parallel spine. Exhale, hands down. And now walk into plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, move down. Now inhale, chest lift, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your front and step your right foot to the front. Inhale, hands lift, high lunge. Exhale, hands go down. Inhale, plank once again. I know it's very strengthening sequence. Exhale, down. Inhale, chest up again. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Look to your front, step with your left to the front. Back heel lifted, lift your hands. High lunge on the second. Again, deep breath in, exhale out. And you can go into Vinyasa flow or let's step front. Right foot front, inhale halfway up, parallel spine. Exhale down, belly to your thighs. Inhale, hands wide, circle up. And exhale, hands to your chest. Very good. We did one sun salutation. Let's go to our sequence to open the hips. Great, hands down and by your side. Inhale, lift, hands up and stretch. Exhale, chair pose to use that muscles a little bit, warm them up before we stretch. Inhale, halfway up, parallel spine. Exhale, hands down. And let's go straight into downward facing dog. Very good. Keep one line, maybe you need to adjust, walk a bit further away altogether. Great, inhale and exhale. And now walk your feet so your big toes are touching. Use your core to lift the right heel up to the sky, as far, as high as it is without opening the hip. And now bend your knee and start making wide circles. You can start small and then make bigger higher, further. Yeah, that's right. Then second way around. Good. And now knee up and open your foot to your left side. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, knee back down to your knee, then to your chest and step front. Inhale, lift for high lunge. Now move your back heel down, pivot. Bending your front knee over your ankle in the same direction that your foot is showing. And lower your hands parallel to the floor. Warrior 2. If this pose if you don't feel comfortable in that pose, then walk your front foot toward the long side, long edge of your mat, or make the stand smaller, or your back angle smaller as well. Beautiful. Warrior 2. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now inhale, go into crescent, left hand on your thigh, right up, or also behind, both of your hands are light. Now exhale, your elbow on the knee, and lift your left up, or even in the same line as your whole body and back leg. And let's do the crescent on an inhale, and partial right angle on an exhale. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Each time you're gonna see that you can go slightly deeper. Yeah, maybe next time you can even touch the floor or your ankle with the hand. Ah, yes. Beautiful. Come back to warrior 2. Stretch your front leg. And imagine that your hands are on the rails and you can slide them to the front. Now stretch your right and left side of the spine. Release your right hand on your shin or ankle, your left up. If you have a block and it's easier for you, keep your hand on the block. And remember, blocks have different heights. Yeah, very good. Stay here for another breath in and out. And then come back into standing triangle and go into crescent, hands behind. Yeah, beautiful. Bend your front leg. Now helicopter your hands to the inside edge of your foot and lift the back heel up. If you're not touching the mat, grab your block or blocks to be slightly higher if you need them. Now inhale, release your front knee more front, but your back here more back. So we're stretching them in both directions. Lift your chest if possible, your gaze front. Exhale down, stretch your leg. Inhale, stretch your legs. And exhale, activate your legs, your inner thighs. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And now inhale, release your knee, release your foot. Now open your front foot slightly on the side and move your spine down. Hands on the ground, elbows on the ground. Release your neck. If this is too much, keep your hands on your blocks and you can choose to stay higher or lower. Another 2 breaths. And then take that blocks away. Yeah, very good. Move your foot parallel to each other and hands on both sides. Tuck your toes, lift the back foot. Step into plank pose. Beautiful. Move front and exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Let's stretch those groins, front of your pelvis. Exhale, downward facing dog. For 1 full breath. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Now walk your feet together, big toes touching. Start lifting with your left heel up. And maybe today it's going to be just here without opening your pelvis. Or maybe it's going to be much, much higher. Beautiful. Now bend your knee and start making circles or drawing circles in the air. Few times on one side, then another. You can make it bigger and bigger each time. Yeah, beautiful. And then open your pelvis to the side. Your foot goes toward the right. Yes. And then move it back, front, first knee to your knee. Arch your spine, move your knee front to the chest step. And first lift into high lunge. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be back toward you. Place your foot and find your warrior two. Again, if this doesn't feel comfortable, walk your foot to the long edge of your mat. Make the back angle smaller, or maybe even step much closer. But then I don't exercise. Great. Let's go into crescent, hands behind, open your chest. Exhale, elbow on your knee, right up, or in one line with your body. Inhale, hands behind. Exhale, hands front. Each time make that a bit deeper, go further away. And our last time, inhale, crescent. Exhale, Parshva Konasana, right angle. Beautiful. Come back to warrior two. Stretch your front leg. Hands are on a rails and move them front. Stretch your left and the right side of the pelvis. Left hand down your shin, your ankle. Try to keep your front knee slightly bent to avoid overstretching your right up. And you can use here a block. Triangle pose on the left. And now come back up and crescent. Yeah, beautiful. Let's open that part. Bend your front leg, helicopter your hands on the inside edge of your foot. Lift your back heel. Now use your blocks or keep your hands on the mat. Inhale, stretch your knee and your heel away from each other, chest front. Exhale, chest and belly up. And as you see, your sides might be different. On this side, it's harder for me to stretch my front leg. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now your knee down, foot down. Open front foot slightly toward the side. Rotate. Stay here using the blocks, or maybe you can go down. Keep your lizard pose for another 2 breaths. A beautiful pose that releases a lot of tension, especially at the front of your hips, opening them gently. Gently meaning that you are not pushing too hard and you feel no discomfort or pain, because that means that you're pushing your ligaments too much, and that might cause also injuries. So please avoid any kind of uncomfortable poses to that, of course, extent. Okay. Now, take your foot back to the front, hands goes on both sides of your foot. Tug the back heel, step back into plank, lower down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Yeah, very good. And now step, walk or front to the front. Inhale, parallel spine. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, come all the way up to stretch your body, tuck your palms. Exhale, hands to your chest. And stay for just one breath in and out. Yeah, beautiful. For our next pose, we're gonna use the long side of your mat. So find a healthy transition to go down. You can use the beginning of sun salutation. What I'm gonna do, inhale, hands up. Exhale, let's move down. Inhale, halfway up, parallel spine. And now walk your one leg behind. Add the second leg. Sit on one side. And open your feet to the long part of your mat. We're not gonna stay here long, but keep your blocks, your blankets, all your stuff together. And now we're gonna do what we did at the very beginning. Hands behind, legs wide. Flex your heels. And now rotate to the right side. Keep your shin parallel to the front. And for some people, that's going to be already pretty stretchy position. So keep your spine and chest facing front and bend over your front leg. It's a version of a pigeon that is very safe for your hips, but is stretching that side hip to your right, your piriformis muscle and your thigh in a safe way. It has the same quality as the real pigeon does. And you can release your hands, your head, use your block or stuff to be more comfortable. If your front knee is up, keep something under like a blanket to keep it safe. If at one point this pose is too easy for you, then start stretching your back leg behind you. Move your pelvis to the front to face both of your hip bones. So these are the hip bones or pelvic bones facing down. And then bend. If this is too hard for you, but this is too easy, then you can use a block and keep the block under your front hip and thigh, like I'm showing, and then it's easier to fully rotate to the front, and you can keep your hands just in front or down in a healthy and safe manner. Let's stay here for another 2 breaths. Great. And slowly come back up. Take all your blocks, blankets, and other props on the side. You can move them to the another edge of your mat. And now lift your knees up. And then move to the second side. And here as well, first check, maybe this is easy for you, maybe not. Maybe your knee is really high because that hip is still blocked and tensed. Just work with this pose, maybe grabbing a blanket under your knee to be more comfortable and safe for both your hips, knees, and ankles. And stay here. Remember, it has the same qualities as a full pigeon pose. If this is too easy, start stretching your back leg, or even move your pelvis to the front. And I see that on this side I'm much more tensed. Yeah, we are much more tense on one side. So again, I keep a block under. So now I can fully move and rotate my body to the front. Back leg is active, hands front or down to fully stretch in the pose, but keep your feet flexed. That is taking some pressure from the knee and keeping it safe. Great. Another 2 breaths. And then slowly open your eyes. Well, open if you kept them closed. Maybe you're gonna move slightly more front. Take your blocks, sit on the side. And now move your feet to one side. Keep your knees up, your navel in. Arch the spine behind, hands front, and slowly roll. Trying not to fall on the mat, but keep it with some nice, attention in your spine. And now stretch your hands. I have here the wall. And move your knees like windshields or wipers. Oops. Yeah, if you have blocks or other stuff, move them on the side. Very good. And as you see, you can move your palms up and down. Check what's good for your shoulder girdle. And last pose before Shavasana, hands by your side, your shoulder blades together, feet hip width wide, knees over your ankles. Push your whole surface of feet down and then start inhaling through your tailbone up toward the sky. And exhale down, one vertebrae at a time. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Great. And now open your body into corpus pose, Shavasana, hands and legs in a comfortable fashion, and close your eyes. For a few brief moments, scan your body from your feet to your crown. Check if you feel any tension, squeeze, stretch, or other uncomfortable sensations, not only in your pelvic or hip area, but in your whole body. And if you do, center your inhale. Kind of wrap your inhale around like a band-aid. And when you exhale, release that tension or any sensation from that particular part of your body. Inhale, send. Exhale, release. Repeat it as many times, maybe in one or maybe in a few parts that need your attention. Until you find a beautiful, easy, soft body of your own. And after a few breaths in your Shavasana, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Then start rolling your ankles and your wrists, maybe head side to side. Then wiggle and stretch your whole body, one hand, one arm at the time. Bend your knees, bring them to your chest and hug with your arms, rock side to side. And then roll on your one side. Keep your eyes closed, push the floor to come into sitting in a comfortable pose. Palms together in front of your chest and stretch your spine up. Exhale, bow your chin to your chest or mind toward your heart. And let's chant one Om for a closure. Let's bring your inhale in. And with your next inhale, gently blink open your eyes and rise your gaze. And I want to thank you for being with me today morning, and hopefully see you next week, Tuesday, 8 a.m. Namaste. If you like those movies with my yoga practices, please like it, subscribe, or share it to your friends that might really need that little wake-up call every morning. And see you next week. Ciao, ciao.